Boom! Are you ready to dive into a realm where gods stir the seas, create islands, and even fight giant serpents? This is Kojiki, Japan's oldest, wildest mythological saga. Hey everyone, I'm Dr. Tokimeki, your one and only guide to Japan's most thrilling stories. Welcome to Tokyo Tokimeki channel, where we bring you heart-racing excitement and mind-blowing cultural adventures. Today's topic? Kojiki. Kojiki dates all the way back to the early 8th century. Think of it like a treasure chest of wild gods, epic love, tragic loss, and heroic deeds, kind of like Greece's Zeus, but with a Japanese twist. But here's the big secret. Kojiki isn't just about gods smashing stuff, it's packed with heartbreak, comedy, and unstoppable hope. By the end of this video, you'll feel like you've journeyed through ancient Japan's most incredible blockbuster. So strap yourselves in. We'll meet the godly couple Izanagi and Izanami, witness the birth of the sun goddess Amaterasu, see epic showdowns with raging storms, and discover how the very first emperor was said to rise. Excited? Let's make history come alive. Ready to crack open the gates of ancient myth? In the next segment, we'll plunge into the swirling chaos of the universe, where our first divine duo brings islands to life. Stick around. Kojiki awaits. Picture this. Long before oceans and mountains existed, everything was swirling chaos like a giant cosmic soup. That's where the very first gods popped up. Ready to see how two divine beings created the Japanese islands? Let's dive in. Two sibling deities, Izanagi, the male, and Izanami, the female, descended onto a floating bridge between heaven and earth. Think of them like cosmic architects, ready to mold raw chaos into something truly magnificent. Izanagi and Izanami used a divine spear, dipped it into the swirling seas below, and twirled it around. When they lifted the spear, globs of salty water dripped down, forming the very first island. Think of it as a supernatural DIY project. Satisfied with their new island, Izanagi and Izanami decided to marry. At their wedding ceremony, they circled a sacred pillar in opposite directions and met face to face. Boom, instant cosmic chemistry. Soon, they gave birth to more islands and deities, shaping ancient Japan. But joy soon turned to sorrow. When Izanami gave birth to the fire god, Kagutsuchi, she was badly burned and tragically died. Heartbroken, Izanagi couldn't bear losing his beloved partner. Can you imagine creating a world together, only to see your dearest vanish? Overwhelmed by grief, Izanagi's sorrow turned to fury. He slayed Kagutsuchi, his own child, to avenge Izanami's death. This dark moment set the stage for deeper rifts between gods. A perfect myth is never just sunshine, right? Heartbroken but desperate, Izanagi journeyed to the underworld Yomi no Kuni to bring Izanami back. Want to know how that turned out? In the next chapter, we'll uncover the chilling underworld saga. Trust me, you won't want to miss this. Welcome to Yomi no Kuni, the land of darkness. Izanagi crept in, searching for his beloved Izanami. But if you thought this was a Hollywood-style rescue mission, think again. Izanagi finally found Izanami, but she'd already eaten the food of the underworld, binding her to that realm forever. Worse yet, her once beautiful form was now decayed. Imagine the heartbreak and the horror. Izanami, furious at Izanagi for seeing her decayed form, sent hideous spirits after him. Izanagi ran for his life, tossing peaches and boulders to block their path like an epic chase scene straight out of an action movie. Izanagi managed to seal the entrance to Yomi, placing a massive boulder between himself and Izanami. Their final words were curses and irreversible breakup of cosmic proportions. Sometimes, love ends in the darkest way. Shaken and tainted by the underworld, Izanagi decided to cleanse himself in a river. This ancient purification ritual is called misogi. And guess what happened? From the water droplets, new gods emerged. From Izanagi's left I came Amaterasu, the glorious sun goddess. From his right I emerged Tsukuyomi, the serene moon god. And from his nose burst Susanoo, the storm god, wild and tempestuous. These three siblings would shape the fate of gods and mortals alike. But hey, divine siblings aren't always harmonious. Amaterasu shines like a superstar, Tsukuyomi stays chill, and Susanoo, well, he's a bit of a rebel. Want to see how their celestial soap opera unfolds? Stay tuned for the next chapter. Remember those three kids? Amaterasu shines like the sun itself, Tsukuyomi is chill as the moon, and Susanoo is a wild storm waiting to happen. Well, guess which sibling just can't keep calm? Susanoo, feeling restless, starts raging through fields, toppling rice paddies, and generally acting like a cosmic bully. Amaterasu, being the responsible big sister, gets furious. Wouldn't you if someone trashed your farmland? One day, Susanoo barges into Amaterasu's sacred weaving hall and wreaks havoc. He hurls a horse's corpse, shatters tools, and terrifies her attendants. That's the last straw for the sun goddess. Devastated and disgusted, Amaterasu shuts herself inside a cave called Amano. Instantly, the world goes dark. Crops wither, gods tremble, and chaos looms. No sun, no life. Desperate, all the deities gather to brainstorm, how do we coax the sun goddess back? They set up a grand party in front of the cave, complete with music and dancing. If she won't come out for reason, maybe she'll come out for curiosity. Enter Amaterasu, the fearless goddess of dance and laughter. She performs a hilarious routine, banging on a wooden tub and, rumor has it, flashing a bit of skin enough to make the other gods burst out in riotous laughter. Hearing all that laughter and cheering, Amaterasu peeks out. What's going on out there? In that split second, one god holds up a mirror, and the others yank her out. Tada, the sun returns, and light floods the world again. As for Susanoo, the gods didn't let him off easy. They punished him for his reckless behavior, exiling him from heaven. Our stormy troublemaker has some redemption quests ahead, so stay tuned. Thanks to Amaterasu's fearless dance, the sun shines once more. But don't go anywhere. Susanoo's story is about to get even wilder, involving giant serpents and dramatic showdowns. Ready for more mythic madness? Let's keep rolling! Banished from the heavens, Susanoo roamed the mortal realm. No more divine palaces, no big sister's farmland to wreck, just a lonely wanderer with a stormy heart. But as you'll see, trouble and destiny had a way of finding him. One day, Susanoo met an old couple weeping by the riverside. Their village was terrorized by an 8-headed serpent called Yamato no Orochi. Each year, it demanded a sacrifice of one daughter. Now, only their youngest, Kushinadaheim, remained. Upon hearing this, Susanoo, yes, our former troublemaker, was moved. He promised to slay the Orochi and protect Kushinadaheim. Perhaps he saw a chance to redeem himself, or maybe he just couldn't resist a dramatic showdown. Susanoo hatched a plan. He had the couple brew strong sake and set up 8 massive tubs around the village. Why? Because Orochi had 8 heads, each craving a taste. Once that giant serpent got drunk, our hero could strike. Sure enough, Orochi lapped up the sake with all 8 heads, stumbling and thrashing around. Susanoo rushed in with a legendary sword slice, slash, clash. The serpent's blood roared like a raging river. After a fierce struggle, Orochi fell at last. In the Orochi's tale, Susanoo found a wondrous sword later named Kusanagi. This blade would become one of Japan's 3 imperial regalia. Talk about a jackpot find. His reckless days might not be totally over, but this victory sealed his place in legend. Having rescued Kushinadaheim, Susanoo asked for her hand in marriage. From rampaging rogue god to village savior, he found both love and redemption. See, even the fiercest storms can calm into a peaceful breeze. But Susanoo's legacy doesn't stop here. His bloodline leads to Okuninushi, another pivotal god in Kojiki famous for love stories and, yes, more epic adventures. Ready to meet him next? Stay tuned for the next chapter. Remember Susanoo, the stormy god who became a hero? Well, say hello to his descendant, Okuninushi, destined to shape the land of Japan. Ready for a softer, more heartwarming tale? Let's dive in. One day, Okuninushi was traveling with his many older brothers. Along the way, they spotted a wounded white rabbit. It was crying in pain by the roadside. The brothers, being mischievous, played a cruel prank. But Okuninushi had a different approach. Those older brothers told the rabbit, "Just bathe in salt water and blow yourself dry and the wind good as new." But this only made the rabbit's wound sting worse. Classic sibling mischief, am I right? But Okuninushi gently advised the rabbit, "Rinse off in fresh water, then wrap yourself in soft cattail fluff." The rabbit did so, and voila, its fur grew back white and fluffy. Kindness saves the day. Grateful for Okuninushi's kindness, the rabbit revealed a secret prophecy: you, not your brothers, will win the hand of the princess. In a flash, this once miserable bunny turned into a messenger of fate. Okuninushi soon fell in love with Princess Yagami. As the rabbit foretold, she chose him over his brothers, sparking jealousy and rage. They plotted to kill him multiple times, but our gentle hero survived each trial, proving his worth. Fed up with constant threats, Okuninushi journeyed to the underworld to seek guidance from Susanoo, his mighty ancestor. There, he faced new challenges and even won the heart of Susanoo's daughter, Susuribaim. Talk about family drama! Through trials and triumphs, Okuninushi emerged stronger, eventually establishing order across the land. He negotiated with gods, overcame jealous kin, and built peaceful domains, earning the title Okuninushi, Lord of the Great Land. Even today, Okuninushi is revered at Izumo Taisha, famed for marriage blessings. After all, who better to bless your love than the god who once saved a rabbit and united a land? If you ever visit Japan, be sure to check it out. From a humble rescue of a tiny rabbit to ruling an entire nation, that's the power of compassion and resilience. But don't go anywhere yet. Next, we'll witness the final chapters of Kojiki, where the descendants of these gods step closer to shaping Japan's imperial line. Stay tuned! We just saw how Okuninushi established order in the land. But now, the stage shifts back to the celestial realm, where Amaterasu decides it's time for her descendants to rule the earth. Buckle up, this is where myths meet monarchy. Amaterasu, the sun goddess, summoned her grandson, Ninigi no Makoto. She handed him the 3 sacred treasures: a mirror, a sword, and a jewel, saying, "Bring harmony to the world below, and shine as I do." Ninigi no Makoto departed Takamagara, the high plane of heaven, and descended onto Kyushu in southern Japan. This moment, Tensun Korin, signified the dawn of divine rule on earth. Cue the epic background music, right? Ninigi's descendants intermarried with earthly clans, forging alliances, yet not everyone welcomed these heavenly rulers. Local deities and tribes challenged them, leading to a series of power struggles. The road to unification was far from smooth. Fast forward a few generations, here comes Jimmu, or Kamuyamato Iwerebaiko, a direct descendant of Ninigi. He dreamed of unifying the land from Kyushu to Yamato, modern-day Nara. Think of him as the ultimate trailblazer for a new order. With a band of loyal followers, Jimmu set off on an eastward expedition facing hostile tribes and harsh terrains. Legends speak of divine guidance, like the three-legged crow, Amaterasu, leading his army through uncharted lands. Clashes erupted. Jimmu's forces fought bravely, sometimes outnumbered, sometimes aided by miraculous signs. After fierce struggles, they finally entered the Yamato region. Victory wasn't handed to them, it was earned through perseverance and unity. Upon conquering Yamato, Jimmu ascended the throne, becoming Japan's first emperor, or so the legend goes. This marked the birth of the Imperial line, which continues to modern times. Talk about a legacy that spans millennia. Now, does this mean everything happened exactly as written? Historically, the actual timeline is debated. But Kojiki's power lies in weaving spiritual symbolism and cultural identity. It's not just about facts, it's about the soul of a people. From Amaterasu's divine instructions to Jimmu's triumphant throne, we've witnessed how the god's lineage shaped Japan's earliest monarchy. In our final chapter, let's wrap up Kojiki's legacy, how these myths still echo in festivals, shrines, and the very spirit of Japan. Don't miss it! Wow! From the birth of the islands and the drama of sibling gods, to heroic battles and the founding of an imperial line, Kojiki truly is a whirlwind of tales. But guess what? Our journey doesn't end with ancient legends. Let's see how these stories still live on today. Let's do a quick recap. 1. Izanagi and Izanami created the islands but lost each other in the underworld. 2. Amaterasu and Susanoo clashed, causing the sun to vanish, but teamwork saved the day. 3. Susanoo redeemed himself by slaying Yamato no Orochi. 4. Okuninushi built a peaceful realm, guided by compassion. 5. Finally, the heavenly grandson Ninigi descended, leading to Jimmu's rise as the first emperor. Ancient Japan in a nutshell. But Kojiki isn't just dusty old tales. Many shrines across Japan are tied to these stories, like Izumo Taisha for Okuninushi, Ayase Grand Shrine for Amaterasu, and Atsuta Shrine for the sacred sword Kusanagi. Each place echoes with mythic energy. Ever see a Japanese festival with dances, music, and parades of portable shrines? Many of these traditions reflect ancient beliefs, like reenacting the Amano Iwado dance or celebrating Susanoo's victory. It's like ancient myths are still partying with us. Beyond the supernatural battles and romance, Kojiki highlights values that resonate: the importance of cooperation, like the gods uniting to bring back the sun, the power of perseverance, Izanagi's determination, and the grace of empathy, Okuninushi's kindness. These themes still guide Japan's collective spirit. Of course, scholars debate how much of Kojiki is literal history versus poetic myth. But its real power lies in uniting people under shared stories, shaping cultural identity and moral outlook. That's a legacy facts and figures alone can't provide. You might be surprised how many manga, anime, and even video games draw inspiration from Kojiki. From eight-headed dragons to sun goddess motifs, those epic tropes often spring from these ancient tales. Keep an eye out, you'll see Kojiki references everywhere. So, that's Kojiki. A tapestry of creation myths, epic feuds, love stories, and heroic quests, yet at its core, it's about life's struggles and triumphs that we all share. Even if we're not battling giant serpents, we face challenges in our own worlds, right? If you've enjoyed this journey, share it with friends, spread the wonder of Kojiki. And if you ever come to Japan, why not visit some of the sacred spots we mentioned? Snap a photo, feel the mythic vibe, and let your heart be moved. Thank you for joining me, Dr. Tokimeki, on this epic journey through Kojiki. May you carry a spark of these ancient tales in your heart. Let them remind you of courage, kindness, and unity. Until next time, stay curious, stay inspired, and stay Tokimeki.